and welcome back. I'm Wise Witch Withers. Today starts Mercury Retrograde, you guys. Now, when we hear Mercury Retrograde, we always get chills up and down our spine, right? We're like, oh my God, it's Mercury Retrograde. Don't panic, okay? I'm going to say it again. Don't panic. This retrograde, first of all, is only 3 weeks. Starts today, July 18th, and goes until August 11th. So 3 weeks. We can live through 3 weeks of anything, trust me. But beyond that, this retrograde actually brings some good stuff in. So we don't want to let our past experiences with Mercury retrograde influence what this particular retrograde has in store for us. So I've got 5 big themes. You know how I love my themes. So I've got 5 big themes for this retrograde that we're going to talk about. First one, reflection and inner wisdom. Mercury governs communication, thought, technology, your perception, and travel. But in retrograde, the universe is signaling a time to revisit the past, re-examine our thoughts, and listen inwardly. Spiritually, this is a powerful mirror, you guys. It's showing you what still needs healing or deeper understanding. So this isn't a bad thing. It's showing us where we need to focus our attention. That is a good thing. Remember, when Mercury retreats, so must we, to hear what we've been too busy to notice. Second theme, karmic rewinds. Now listen, I know you hear karma and you're like, it's bad, it's bad. No, there is good karma and there is bad karma. This is good karma. Yes, past people, patterns, or problems are going to return. That's going to happen. But it's not to torment you. It is to offer clarity or closure for those situations. So again, this is good karmic rewinds. Spiritually, Mercury retrograde is acting as a karmic checkpoint. It's asking you to ask yourself, what have you learned? Are you repeating or are you evolving? Will you respond differently this time? So it's all up to you what you make of this Mercury retrograde. Are you going to respond to these past people, patterns, or problems as an opportunity to seek clarity and closure? Or are you going to repeat those past issues? Are you going to get caught up again? Third theme, disruption as divine direction. That's right, disruption as divine direction. Yes, with Mercury retrograde, you notice the glitches, and you know what I mean. Missed calls, delayed flights, misread texts. Some of you all may be noticing this already from the pre-shadow. As we're coming into Mercury retrograde, these things, people that were highly in tune may have already started noticing. You guys, these are not punishments. That's what we want to think of them as, and we get frustrated by them. But they are cosmic redirections. That's what they are, cosmic redirections. The universe, Mercury, is slowing you down just enough to notice what you would have missed. And this is important. Mistakes are messengers. Delays are divine detours. Mistakes are messengers. Delays are divine detours. Fourth theme for this Mercury retrograde: reclaiming your voice. Words carry power. Remember that. During this retrograde, you're invited to speak less and listen more. Particularly, you want to be listening to your own intuition. Listen to your gut. If you get that gut check, listen to what it is telling you. Are your words aligning with your soul? Are you speaking your truth, or are you avoiding it? Mercury retrograde is a sacred time to rewrite your narrative, clarify your intentions, and realign your voice with purpose. All good stuff, you guys. All good stuff. So I'm going to reinforce again, get the negative about Mercury retrograde out of your head. This is going to be a positive experience. The fifth theme for this Mercury retrograde is that it is a portal for rework. What do I mean by that? The re prefix is the key to this. You're going to revisit your values. You're going to reevaluate your direction. You're going to reignite your creativity. You're going to reclaim lost energy, and you're going to release what's no longer yours. Gosh, doesn't that sound amazing? Listen, spiritually, Mercury retrograde is less about chaos and so much more about course correction. I have got such a great spread designed for you guys today, where we're going to dive deeper into each one of those 5 themes. As always, we are going to start by blessing the deck. I do so with the 4 elements. I do an elemental blessing. So I have salt for salt of the earth. I have mugwort burning for air. I have a candle lit for fire. And I'm using Capricorn full buck moon water for my water element. I ask the 4 elements to be present as we bless this oracle deck and dedicate it to our intentions. I ask the 4 elements to be present as we bless this oracle deck and dedicate it to our intentions. We ask the 4 elements to be present as we bless this oracle deck and dedicate it to our intentions. So mote it be. 3 times 3 times 3. Earth, bless this deck with wisdom. Air, bless this deck with clear communication. Fire, bless this deck with inspiration. Water, bless this deck with insight. grounded and connected to the earth, the elements, the universe, God. The energy is amazing coming off these cards. Can you feel it? Can you feel the energy? Let me move these elements to the side so we can get this reading started. Messenger of sky and soul, guide me where truths unfold. Words rewind and thoughts reveal what was hidden now I feel. Through veil of time and mind's delay, let sacred insight light the way. We're going to do in a 7-card spread to reflect, refine, and realign. The first card we got was Basil, then Lavender. Basil is prosperity, luck, and love. Lavender is tranquility, kindness, and self-care. Leaves, renewal, revival, and progress. Hedge, potential, boundaries, indecision. Bird, freedom and opportunity. Moon, phases, cycle, intuition. And cup of tea, patience and reassessment. Patience and reassessment. Wow. So much going on here. So the first card is Basil. Basil, prosperity, luck, and love. Prosperity, luck, and love. Basil. You may be familiar with basil as a herb that you use in cooking, particularly probably Italian dishes. In the context of Mercury retrograde, this card is the message delayed. What is being misunderstood, miscommunicated, or withheld from you? The Basil card tells you that the time is right for something that you may have been hesitant about in the past. So, what did we talk about with Mercury retrograde bringing something back from the past? And it's not for you to fall into those old patterns, but you have to choose to seek clarity or closure from that. So you may have been hesitant to do that in the past. This time, go forth with confidence. This is a great moment to indulge or take a risk. Basil has your back and luck is on your side. So what is being misunderstood, miscommunicated, or withheld from me? Mercury retrograde is going to show you. And Basil is going to give you that luck to get you through what you need to seek clarity and closure about. The reflection, lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. Tranquility, kindness, self-care. Get that beautiful lavender and those crystals there. Just think it's a gorgeous card. Now, this card is asking the reflection. What past experience or old pattern is resurfacing for resolution? So, we know that the Basil card is going to give us the luck that we need to seek clarity or closure for whatever that past issue is that's being miscommunicated or misunderstood. Now, what is that past experience or old pattern that is resurfacing for resolution? The lavender card is reminding you that you need to take care of yourself. So that past old pattern that's resurfacing for resolution has to do with something that is emotionally or energetically or even both draining for you, to the point that you need to take care of yourself. So whatever it is that is coming back around with Mercury retrograde that you need to seek that clarity and closure with, it's going to be emotionally, energetically, physically, have some sort of drain on you to where you're going to need to exercise self-care, show yourself some kindness, take time for some peace and tranquility as you are dealing with it and after you deal with it. But remember, use your basil. Basil has got your back. That is the luck you need to be able to seek that clarity or closure. Leaves. The leaves card is renewal, revival, and progress. Renewal, revival, and progress. So those rewords again, isn't it? Renewal, revival. Those rewords that we were talking about in the fifth theme of revisit, reevaluate, reignite, reclaim, release, renew, revive. Those rewords that were the theme of the Mercury retrograde. We're getting it in this reading with this leaves card. How powerful is that, you guys? I love it when the spirits speak in this way to show us that everything is aligning the way that it should. So the leaves card is talking about the entanglement. Where am I energetically or mentally tangled? And how is it blocking my flow? The leaves card tells you that you need to pay attention to how you interact and communicate with your environment. You will likely find you are more in touch with your immediate environment than what you realize. So where are you energetically or mentally tangled, and how is it blocking your flow? You're not as in touch with nature as you should be. And so interestingly enough, lavender is an herb. Basil is an herb. You got two herb cards showing you luck and the need for self-care as the first two cards in this reading. And then the very next card is telling you, hey, you're being blocked because you're not as in touch with nature as what you should be. So it is reinforcing that the lavender and basil are the direction that you need to head in this Mercury retrograde. You need to be more in tune with nature in order to overcome the past issues, to seek that clarity and closure that Mercury retrograde is going to give you the opportunity to do. The hedge card, potential, boundaries, indecision. Look at the hedge and the gate. It's all about boundaries. As far as it pertains to Mercury retrograde, this card is called the repair. What needs to be revisited, revived, or restored. So there are those words again: revisited, revised, or restored. And with the hedge card, it is telling us that it is our boundaries. We need to restore our boundaries. We need to revisit and revise our boundaries in order to accomplish what we need to accomplish in this Mercury retrograde, in order to repair what is coming back around, to get that clarity and closure, that karmic retribution. We have to make sure that our boundaries are in place. So it's time to revisit, revive, and restore those boundaries so that we are prepared and ready to take on what Mercury retrograde has in store for us. And it's good stuff, guys. I just have to throw that in again. It's good stuff. The release. We got the bird card for the release. It's freedom. It's opportunity. Freedom and opportunity. Look at all the birds on that card. The release. What belief, habit, or connection must be let go of? What belief, habit, or connection must be let go of? That is what this card is asking us in the context of Mercury retrograde. Now, the bird card can mean lots of things, but what it's telling you now is that there is a new opportunity close by. So what you have to let go of is something that is tearing your focus away from what this new opportunity could be. You are so focused on something else right now. Could it be that you are struggling to change your mindset? Or maybe you are resisting learning something new, some change. So what do you need to let go of? You've got to tear your eyes away from that focus. Take a bird's eye view to reveal something you might not have known about otherwise. New opportunities are on the horizon, you guys. Mercury retrograde is bringing good stuff. The moon card. The moon card is all about the recalibration, is what the moon card is about as it pertains to Mercury retrograde. Now, it means phases, cycle, and intuition. Phases, cycle, and intuition. I love this card. I love this card, you guys. It's such a beautiful, the illustrations on it are so beautiful. The moonstone and all the different phases of the moon and the lunar moth and the herbs. It's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. And it has such great meaning. So we're asking, how can I realign my thoughts, words, and energy for highest clarity? How can I realign my thoughts, words, and energy for highest clarity. This moon card tells you that nothing in nature is ever at a standstill. And so the recalibration is to align you with nature. It's reinforcing this leaves card that is asking you to reconnect with nature and to pay attention to your surroundings and how you are aligned with nature. And so this moon phases card is reinforcing this leaves card that you already got. And it is supporting the new opportunity that is presenting itself. And so realigning your thoughts, words, and energy for highest clarity will bring about the bring about the trust that you need to do what your intuition tells you to do. So just like Mercury, we were talking about with the themes of Mercury retrograde and trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, listening when you get that kick in the gut and your instinct. This moon card is reinforcing all of those things. So that's how you realign your thoughts, words, and energy for highest clarity. Trust your gut and know that you are supported in your quest to pay more attention to and connect more with nature. The alchemized outcome, that is what this cup of tea card is asking us or talking about. The alchemized outcome. Cup of tea. Doesn't that look wonderful? I love a good cup of tea. The cup of tea card is about patience and reassessment. Patience and reassessment. So when we get cup of tea, remember, a watch pot never boils. Let it do its work in its own time and trust in the process. Things are going to happen over the course of Mercury retrograde. It is 3 weeks long, so trust in the process. This card is asking what gift, realization, or transformation will emerge by the end of this retrograde. You got the cup of tea card reminds you that not all is as it seems. So, as I've been saying since the very beginning of this video, this Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. There are good things coming out of this Mercury retrograde. Not all is as it seems. Mercury retrograde is not bad. This is a good time. So what gift, realization, or transformation will emerge by the end of this retrograde? You will see that these next 3 weeks will bring forth maybe some tough choices, maybe facing some tough decisions. But if you do so seeking clarity and closure, connecting with nature, trusting in the herbs, basil and lavender, the cycles of the moon, the boundaries, the bird's eye view, you will see that this Mercury retrograde was designed to help you move forward through healing and progress. What was shown, I now receive. In clarity, I trust and believe. Past and present, thought and thread, all now woven and wisely read. Messenger, your work is done. I close this space with moon and sun. Blessed be. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any content. I'm Wise Witch Withers. I'll see you next time.